So in business, I realized, because my first mentor when I was, I don't know, like 18, this individual, it was this man who ended up running a business. I found that he was a great mentor to me. He believed in me more than anybody else. And I worked at this kids' party place when I was like 18 years old, and within 2 years, because I was so appreciative of finally somebody. It wasn't my parents, it wasn't my family. I was the black sheep in my family. You know, I'm the first person in my family not to go to traditional college. I never graduated college. I dropped out twice. You know, good for you guys having a fantastic teacher like Natasha. I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any guidance or mentorship except for this one guy who basically took a liking to me. And I worked 7 days a week. Even the days off, I would show up at work every day. And the reason being was because I was just so freaking inspired by this guy. Now, look, he was an older gentleman, but a few things I took away was this guy had financial freedom. Does anybody here want financial freedom? You can type yes in the chat if I can't see you. Who wants financial freedom? I knew I wanted it. I didn't know what it was. You know, when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I didn't know what it was, but I knew that whatever this guy had, I wanted. Did whatever this guy told me to do. Like I said, I showed up on my days off. I showed up early and I stayed late. I never asked for more money. I just said, basically, I need to be around this guy because whatever he's got, I want it to wear off on me. And then randomly, a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to get my real estate license when I was 20 years old. And I was running a franchise, or 2 franchises. I had 80 employees that I was managing, 2 locations, and I was only making 40 grand a year, but 40 grand a year for a 20-year-old, no college degree, I felt like I was a millionaire, you know, and I was spending more money than I had at the point. But long story short, I thought that was the epitome for me. We got into real estate because a friend of mine lied about how much money he was making in real estate. He said he was making 20 grand a month. It ended up being 20 grand one time, 1 month, and it was selling his mom's house and helping his mom buy a house. That started my real estate journey when I was 20 years old. You know, now today I run a team of 35 commercial real estate brokers, 140 residential real estate brokers. We'll do about $500 million worth of real estate transactions this year. I own about $12 million worth of real estate. I run a coaching business that does about $60,000 to $70,000 a month. You know, my real estate business, and in total we do about $3 to $4 million a year in revenues per year. The reason why I say all this is because my beginning was probably a lot worse than many of you where you are today. And I want to share with you, it does not matter where you start. The matter is that the whole purpose of this is getting started.